Hey guys, Rock and Robo back with some more Hero Colosseum. So, I said I was going to do less post-match commentary, but this time I thought I had to, because shout out first of all to BatterMan06 or whatever it is. Now, as you can see by the title of this, hopefully, this is what happens when you don't pay attention. So, at the time of playing this, I wasn't sort of properly focusing on the game. I was watching Unleashed's recent video on Kefla. He made a Kefla mod in the PC version, so I wasn't paying attention and it used my first deck. So it was me versus Cyril. I've had a few good games against this guy. He's beat me a couple times, I beat him a couple times. He's got some good decks, so... But yeah, this time I wasn't really paying attention for large parts of this because I kept like looking between the Unleashed video and this game. So this deck, you've seen it a few times now. Go Tanks, Vados, Android 17, sorry. Vegeta and Future Gohan. So my standard setup, I go with that, Vados, Android 17 and Gotenks, and I just wait to see what he replies with. I'm expecting the Vados to go down, probably the Blue Goku and the Beerus. I haven't watched this since I instantly recorded the battle afterwards. So I was just like, yeah, I've got to explain this is what happens when you don't pay attention. He actually took a long time deciding what figures to put down. Oh, he went with Kid Buu, not Beerus. Now, I knew this turn I would take a lot of damage. That is a Blue Goku behind I believe it's a damage Vados. And Blue Goku, when he's on his posing square like that, he does a lot of damage. He absolutely rips through things. Masters being a good example. So I was pretty confident I'd outspeed, though. This team has got a lot of speed going for it with both the figures and the character skills I've put on them. So easily outspeed, but he's going to have up second skills. It was interesting to see because I believe his Buu has them. Yeah. Interesting to see up second skills on a Buu, because in all honesty a Buu is going to die most of the time if it gets hit by anything, because Buu's not particularly tanky, although with a Vados on there and you can have... I'm not sure which Buu he's running there. I don't think he's running the more defensive one, it seems to be the higher health one, and I wasn't paying attention there, so I hit square instead of triangle. See guys, when you're in the Hero Colosseum you really have to pay attention, because if you don't, you end up looking like an idiot like I do. How much damage is this going to do? Not much, so Buu is actually going to survive this turn, which is not good, because he's going to be hitting both 18... Stop saying 18, 17 and Gotenks. If I'd gotten a counter attack with both figures, I probably would have taken it down. Just. But, so this is where the returns come flying in. Buu is gonna... Yeah, that's a sizable amount of damage, especially with the counter attack, which is leaving Android 17 certainly in, well, quite a dire strait. In that he's dead. Buu hits so hard, I love the figure. Both the ones that now Goku here is probably going to hit me for about 7,000, 7,600 and not get the counter attack. I did play a game right after this and it lasted one turn because I think two of my figures hit his master and killed his center figure, and then he had Goku, Blue Goku and Beerus down that side, and they did 25,000 between them. Because Goku did 10,000 and then got a counter attack to do the other about another 6,000. Ridiculous. But I just swapped Blue Vegeta in here, just because I don't really want to be throwing down Future Gohan yet, especially when I'm not sure what he might put down that left hand side. He actually went for one across the board, which did surprise me a little. This dooms his Beerus to death, but... And I think I'm not paying attention again. I'm just trying to remember at certain parts where I'm looking away and like, oh, that's interesting. But, no, Beerus will die. Gotenks won't be able to kill this Goku because he's not got enough attack. At least I don't think he will. I think he might survive this though. Depends on the counter attack. I have a terrible memory. But charging the Spirit Bomb, I have no faith in the Spirit Bomb at all anymore. If you've seen a recent video of mine, you'll see why. It screws me over most of the time. So I'm going to outspeed again, which isn't necessarily a good thing, because obviously the up second skills kick in. Seeing a Beerus with up second skills is kind of scary, although not the defense one, really. I think I'd like to see Beerus come back a bit more, because he was such a big figure, especially back in the first set of figures when everyone ran Piccolo, which like that. But back then you didn't have Vados reducing Beerus's attack, so that kind of kicked him out of the meta a bit. Maybe when the next set of figures comes out they'll find a way to bring Beerus back. But. So Vados will be enough here to finish off Beerus. No, she won't. Beerus actually survived that. That's surprising. This won't be. Nope. Goku survives that easily. I do get the counter attack, which is some consolation, I suppose, but not a lot, in all honesty. Now, the return attacks are going to hurt quite a bit, because Vados is going to hit me for about 4,000, oh no, 2,400, sorry. I don't think that's the damage version, now that I think about it. So Beerus does quite a chunk of damage to Vados and gets the counter attack, which means anything that near enough sneezes on her next turn will kill her. And Goku is going to hit Gotenks and near enough kill him, I think. I think the only thing that will save him is that he's got his plus 700 defense from his ability. He didn't get the counter attack as well, which helped. So that actually got my ultimate gauge to full. So it obviously didn't take a genius to know that Ultra Instinct Goku would be coming down this turn. It would probably be Ultra Instinct Goku, Blue Goku there, and he went with Kid Buu as well. I just left Gotenks there because it didn't. This deck doesn't rely on its ultimate. It really doesn't matter who uses the ultimate. The thing that mattered this turn was killing the Buu, basically, because I don't like seeing a Buu on the battlefield, especially in that position. I mean, it was going to have three things basically hitting him, so he wasn't about to live. So I'm just waiting for my opponent. Once again, Spirit's Bomb's charging, no faith in it, don't care. Because it's not my friend. The Spirit Bomb doesn't like me. I obviously, once again, outspeed, prompting the up second skills, which are very powerful. They really do promote slower decks at the minute in the game, just with the defensive figures and the up second skills. So Vegeta is going to be here more than enough to blow this Buu away. There's literally nothing Buu can do to survive that. So Vados got a counter attack on their master. Didn't really matter in a minute because I was very unlikely to win this by killing his master. I was looking more to try and just kill his figures for the time being. That's going to do about 1,000, I think it was. 11 or just under 1,100. So yeah, not a great haul for my ultimate. Goku is going to be Ultra Instinct Goku and just wreck me completely because he's Ultra Instinct Goku. And just 2,800, presumably because of Vados reducing his attack. But Gotenks gets blown away there, and he has his ultimate. So at this point, I'm a little worried. I mean, I've still got my 3 fastest figures available, so no matter what happens, I'm going first. So I think I was actually relying on killing the Master this turn because I couldn't rely on killing whatever was going down the middle. I think I went with that so Gohan would stop the ultimate coming in and the two on the flank would hopefully get to hit the Master. I wasn't sure what he was going to play in all honesty. I thought he might just drop Beerus down on the left and go with that. But no, it went for this. It went for a very surprising one. I didn't honestly expect to see this coming, really. I did expect a one across the board, because a one across the board would have guaranteed pretty much that I couldn't win that turn. So that's personally what I would have gone with. And I actually get my Spirit Bomb this turn and I nearly missed it. Once again, not paying attention. But that's actually enough to win me the battle in that fell swoop, because he's now had his Master's HP halved, which means that Vegeta alone will be more than enough to finish this. Still, we're going to go first and kill Beerus with Gohan, probably, because Beerus was quite low on health from what I remember. But yeah, this kind of showed the perils of not paying attention, because I could have quite easily lost this battle. So, always pay attention, people. I want to have YouTube videos on in the background, especially when it makes you choose your deck, because then you can really get further. But with this, Vegeta is probably going to finish this off. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more of my Hero Colosseum videos. And we'll just watch Vegeta finish this battle right now. There he goes. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.